What is going on, Pacer Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Bring the Juice Pacers. Guys, the Indiana Pacers snuck away with another insane game winner and have now taken a 1-0 series lead against the Oklahoma City Thunder in a shocker. Cody did a recap on that game. Please make sure to go check that out if you can. But here in this video, we have to talk about Haliburton, man, because Haliburton is getting the respect, Cody, that he has been due. The numbers have been insane, and anyone that's been watching closely with this Indiana Pacer team, and if you haven't, and this was your first time seeing Haliburton pull off a clutch shot in these playoffs, you're finding out very quickly this is not the first time that he's done it. Second of all, it's not even the first time he's done it in this playoffs, and it's not even the second, third, or even the fourth time now that he has done this in this playoffs. Cody, we're at a point where we're watching the clutchest playoffs performances we have ever seen. Ever. There has never been a more clutch player that has ever ran through a conference and through a playoffs doing what he did. Now, when people think clutch in the playoffs, you're thinking the 2016 series when Cleveland was down 3-1 and Kyrie Irving and LeBron James went like super mode and just were absolutely clutch. You think of stuff like that. But what we're sitting here saying is every single series, Haliburton has had at least one shot in each series where he has had a chance to either tie or win the game in the final 5 seconds and has hit that shot every single time. Cody, I'll let you hop in here for a second, but I want to throw out a few things here, some numbers just to maybe blow your mind if you haven't seen them yet. So Tyrese Haliburton is now 13 for 15 on game-tying or go-ahead shots under 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter or overtime this season. So 15 different times he's had a chance to take the lead or tie it in under 2 minutes, and he has been hitting over 80% of those shots. When you look at some of the other numbers here, Haliburton has hit 4 game-winning or tying buckets in the final 5 seconds of this postseason. He hit one in round 1 in Game 5 against Milwaukee, had the Eastern semis. He did it in Game 2 versus Cleveland. He did it in the Eastern Conference Finals, Game 1 versus New York. And then the finals game against Oklahoma City. And the one that's crazy. So most go-ahead or game-tying field goals within the final 5 seconds of fourth quarter overtime since 1997. So the last almost 30 years that this goes back. LeBron James has the number one most with 8. Reggie Miller and Tyrese Haliburton are tied for second with 5. Now, the crazy part is LeBron hit 8 of those shots in 292 playoff games. So that's 2.7% of his games. Reggie Miller, 5 of those shots in 144 playoff games, which is 3.5%. Haliburton has hit those 5 shots, Cody, and he has played in 32 playoff games. 32. That's 16% of his games. He is hitting a clutch shot to either tie the game and send it in overtime or win the game. I mean, this is quite possibly one of the most clutch playoff runs that we have ever seen from a player ever. And not to mention, Haliburton has done 4 out of 5 of those in this playoff series, playoffs alone. So, I mean, I've never seen anybody do this before. What say you, Cody?
No, it's truly historic what he's doing, man. It's almost like when he has the ball in his hands, like he's going to do it, man. Like he's just gotten to that point where you come to expect it, man. Like you just come to expect the clutch players to make the clutch plays in the big moments. And every single time that Tyrese has had the opportunity, like you mentioned, he's rose to the occasion and he has done it. And that truly is something special right there. Like, he didn't have a crazy game when you look at the overall stats, but when it mattered the most, in a night where you turn the ball over 4 times more than the Thunder did, in a night where, you basically from all standpoints shouldn't have won this game. I mean,
Yeah.
really. I mean, you won a couple categories, but overall, the odds were not in your favor. I mean, you had the lead for 0.3 seconds, Derek. Like that's how crazy it is, but that is the kind of stuff you expect your superstar max players to do. And Tyrese, even if he doesn't have a great game statistically, I mean, the clutch players make the clutch plays in the big moments, and he definitely is one of those guys. He's definitely a playoff riser, and it's just been incredible to see, man, what Tyrese has been able to do and just the big shots. I mean, Derek, this is the stuff that we're going to talk about years down the line are these shots right here because these are like once in a lifetime type of runs that Tyrese is having right now. It's pretty incredible, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I am insanely impressed with how Tyrese has handled the playoffs. And like you said, every single series now, he has made a clutch shot. And honestly, Derek, a big reason why the Pacers have gotten off to these early series leads is because Tyrese has made these crazy shots in those clutch moments to help Indiana be able to win those games on the road. And, we know Oklahoma City, one of, if not the toughest environments to win. Like, it's so tough to play there and to win. I mean, the Thunder fans, you saw it yesterday. They are crazy, dude.
Yeah.
They're passionate. I love it. I love to see that.
Yeah.
But it's a hard place to win, man. So it's just there's something different about, like, obviously if you do it in front of your home crowd, that's great. But to go into the best team in the NBA's court, to their home court, and to do that, that's a different type of special. Tyrese is a different type of special.
And Cody, it's funny because, again, the Indiana Pacers were outside of the first series against the Milwaukee Bucks. They were, or no, actually, were we away when we started that series? They had home court, right? Milwaukee did. Did Milwaukee have home court in that?
No, Indiana did.
Okay.
In that one. I think that's the only one they had home court in.
But for the most of this playoffs, the Indiana Pacers have been on the road to start series. Cody, do you know that the Pacers have yet to trail in any series in this playoffs so far? We haven't trailed, not once, because we've won because the series have gone literally almost exactly the same. You won 5 games against Milwaukee. You won the first 2, and then you lose game 3. Cleveland, you won the first 2 on the road. You lost game 3. New York Knicks, same thing. You won the first 2 on the road. You lost at home in game 3, right? So, I mean, but it's wild that this team has gone into this kind of mode, and like they thrive in these environments. Obviously, the Indiana Pacers very much struggled yesterday, and we could make the argument that they struggled as bad as they did, and they still won. And so it means, like, if you don't play that badly ever again in the series, there is no reason you can't win. I want to, before we get back into Haliburton stats again, Cody, I just want to say the Pacers are undefeated in playoff games this year when they've scored 110 points or more. Mm-hmm. They scored 111 last night with Tyrese Haliburton's game-winning shot. That stat still lives. If the Pacers get to 110, they don't lose. And Haliburton had to hit the one shot to put him up over that. Now, when we're talking about Haliburton, guys, Cody brought it up that yesterday was not a great game for Haliburton. He got sped up so much. He was not in his rhythm. In the second half, he was much more efficient. He was taking care of the ball better. He was moving things around better. The offense was moving better in that second half because the Pacers slowed down, because they were trying to go too fast, trying to overcompensate for the powerful defense they were facing. But they were now had to slow it down instead and work on the fundamental aspects of it. And that can be attributed to Haliburton. And in no way am I saying that he's the most clutch player ever. And I'm certainly not insinuating he's been the best player in this series. And, these clutch shots he's hitting, I'm not even insinuating that these are the most clutch shots in NBA history. But you have never seen a player that has consistently, in every playoff series, on their way to a championship run, you have never seen a player do this before, where every single series they have won or tied a game that altered the series the way it has for Tyrese Haliburton. And it's truly remarkable. Now, Cody, I'm going to get your opinion on it because you and I kind of talked about it last week during the Knicks series after that Game 4 from Tyrese Haliburton, where he put up that triple-double and the Pacers won in Gamebridge, and people were talking about the superstar line. I'll tell you what, dude, if he keeps hitting shots like these, it's kind of hard to insinuate that he's not a superstar, because it's like, how many more times are we going to move the goalposts? Like, what does he have to do specifically until we call him a superstar, right? Because there are people that would argue that Kyrie Irving, of all people, when he was with Cleveland, he was a superstar and he was a scorer. He wasn't a rebounder. He wasn't a assist guy. He wasn't a defensive guy. None of those things. Haliburton doesn't give you 35 points every game, but he's a good rebounder. He is maybe the best passer in the NBA. And, his defense has gotten tremendously better over the years. It's hard because I can see the argument for both sides. I would personally say that he's teetering towards that status because how many other people are not only the best facilitator in the game, but when the final few seconds are on the clock, that you trust that guy to have the ball in his hands more than anyone else. That sounds like superstar stuff to me.
It does, dude. Like you said, like that's superstar level stuff right there. Like that is the kind of stuff. And it's so funny because it seems like ever since all the stuff came out about Haliburton being overrated, like he took that personally, man. Like he's taken it personally and been like, all right, I'm going to show them all like what they just awoke, like the monster they just awoke. And man, it's just great to see. And we've said it, Derek, all along. When Tyrese Haliburton attacks, the Pacers usually win. Right? When Tyrese gets aggressive, when he takes the shots, Pacers usually are sitting pretty good. Even on off nights. Like even on nights where he's not hitting his threes, he's not shooting like he typically does, when the clutch moments come, he still is going to deliver, which is just awesome. So, yeah, that's the kind of stuff, man, that you just dream of. Like those type of shots, like I said, that's the stuff we're going to be talking about in 5 to 10 years. Like when we look back on this Pacer team and on Tyrese Haliburton and all this stuff. It's truly just incredible to witness.
Yeah, that Netflix documentary coming out after this year is going to be fire. When you got, that Netflix documentary they're doing?
Yeah.
They're following those 5 players and throughout their season and, doing things for that. Tyrese and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander are on it. So that's going to be fun. Yeah. With how this stuff is going down, it's incredible. But yeah, this is truly incredible, man. I sat here watching this game in this room last night, and they were up by 15. There was 9 minutes left in the game. I'm texting my brother, and then I'm like, you guys got this in the bag. You got this. You're fine. And he's like, great, you just spoke it into existence, didn't you? And I was like, what are you talking about? Of course not. Like, like with the way the Pacers are playing, there's just no way that you guys are going to mess this up this bad. And then sure enough, that is just what happens, man. And I mean, of course, Hallie obviously did not do it all by himself. And clearly the Pacers deserve a ton of credit team-wise just for where they have gotten to here. Because clearly Carlisle and this whole team has gotten them to where they're at now. But of course, in the moments when the spotlight is on you and the moment is biggest, Haliburton has shown you time and time and time again in these playoffs, he's the guy to take the game-winning shot. And it happens. And it hits every time. And it's crazy, too, because, like, the old heads that used to thrive on, the Kobe Bryants that would make shots like these, or the Michael Jordans that would make shots like these, those same people are saying, oh, but Hallie, only had like 14, 10 in this, and SGA did this and this. Like, that's what's hilarious about it, right, Cody? Even in the midst of a lot of these people seeing this and just being like, Tyrese Haliburton is just unreal right now, you still have people that are finding ways to say that this is just not that impressive.
Yeah. And people keep just like disrespecting Tyrese Haliburton. And I'm like, keep it up, man. Like, he keeps thriving on this. Like, he keeps propelling him to be to the point where he's at now. I just love it, man. I'm like, keep it up. Keep the disrespect up, because he's going to keep proving him wrong once again and again. So,
yep.
Yep.
Love it. And I do love what he said after in his press conference when they said that the guys, we take the stuff that is said about us personally, and Carlisle, the coach Carlisle and the guys, they keep us updated on some of the stuff that is said about us, that fuels you, when you're pissed off for an entire summer about people telling you don't belong here, like that pisses you off, and it gets you, and it does something to you. And I mean, it's true. It feels like every time people start raining on Tyrese Haliburton's parade, this team and Haliburton just find a new way to just throw everything into chaos. And it's crazy to see as a Pacers fan. Just as a fan of basketball in general, you could watch that game last night and you're like, I cannot believe that just happened.
Well, I tell you what, I've just been like scrolling on like TikTok, and it's so funny to see everybody just continuing to disrespect the Pacers every single time, no matter what the series is. Oh, it's Bucks in 5. Oh, it's Cavs in 5. Oh, it's Knicks in 5. Oh, it's Thunder in 4. It's just hilarious. It's like, how many more times do you have to be wrong before you just realize, heck, the Pacers are pretty good. Tyrese Haliburton's pretty clutch. Like, the disrespect is just wild to me. But if it's what it takes for the Pacers to win, like, it's funny to watch these people continue to eat crow. Game after game, it's like you keep moving the goalposts to try to disrespect this Pacer team and Tyrese Haliburton. But he keeps shooting clutch shots, and the Pacers keep winning. That's what matters. I don't care about the outside noise. But it's pretty funny to watch these people continue to doubt the Pacers and continue to eat their own words. It's like music to my ears, man. I love it.
Yep, absolutely love it, man. And, again, regardless of what happens in this series, I think all Pacers fans and, genuinely basketball fans in general can appreciate what the Indiana Pacers and Tyrese Haliburton have given you throughout this entirety of the playoffs. Like, if you could sit here and say that you're not entertained by that, like, then you're obviously insane, because that's wild. I mean, just what
that is.
The way Pacers win games and the way Haliburton finishes teams when the Pacers have no reason to be there in the first place, that's just wild to me.
Yep, absolutely. But let's keep going, keep it going, man. Like you said,
Yep.
I mean, the Pacers didn't play well. You had 19 turnovers in the first half alone. Credit to them; they only had 5 in the second half. But you did everything you could to not win this game. Honestly, like the turnovers, the dumb shots sometimes, the lack of. I mean, the defense was pretty good, but there were some times where it was a little lacking. But there was just things that they did where it just was like, what is going on right now? Like, why are we continuing to let them, continue? You knew they were going to hit shots. So the fact that the Pacers pulled that off, I mean, frankly, Derek, they stole that game. Tyrese stole that game from them
Yeah.
because the Pacers did not play well. They did not play, especially in that first half, their brand of basketball at all. So, yeah, it just takes special players sometimes, even when your team's not playing to the point where it needs to help propel them to those type of victories.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, that's it, guys. That's us talking about Tyrese Haliburton and the love that he deserves. Again, shocking the entire basketball world and sports world last night again for what he was
Yeah.
able to do. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. Let us know your thoughts on what Halliburton's done this playoffs. Thank you so much, and as always, go Pacers.